Hey, what's up, YouTube, and welcome to another Guild Ball match report. Today we've got Rivet coming in versus Mourn, so Aaron back on the channel, taking Mourn into my Rivet team. So he's got Mourn, Dirge, Fetgraves, Ghast, Cosset, Brainpan, and Memory. Meanwhile, I've got Rivet, Mainspring, Salvo, Colossus, Nomad, and Spade. Mortician keys to victory, 2 goals, 2 takeouts. They want the nasty, ghasty ghost candle. They want to keep Ghast in the middle, keep problems in the middle. They want to punish my strikers. And 3, they're looking for that Brainpan and Memory jank to give them the goals they need as part of their game plan. For the Alchemists, we're looking for a 2-2 game. 1, we need Colossus also in the middle facing off with Ghast. 2, we've got to keep ball pressure on this team. We have multiple ways of getting at the ball. And 3, Nomad is going to play a big part of my victory plan, whether or not I'm going for a goal or a takeout. Nomad is just so useful. You can see the kickoff lands right there. It's a pretty poor kick for Aaron, and we joke that it's so bad it actually screwed up my receiving routine here with Rivet. So doing some allocation there. You can see some fair chunk of influence on Spade. We've got influence going on Salvo. Obviously, Rivet, it's going to get her mandatory at least 2. It's usually 2. On setup turns, and then we will turn her on later in the turn. Colossus is going in with 3, and I think I've got like 2 on Nomad. So it looks like Rivet is just going to go first. She's going to give 2-inch melee to Nomad. She's going to walk up, snatch the ball. It looks like she sprinted. Did she sprint? No, that's only 5. I think she only just jogged 5. Sprinted, and there's the toe. Pulled Nomad up closer. You can see Salvo did not go as far, but I'm kicking the ball. It looks like to Salvo, so kick the ball to Salvo, bank my momentum. I'm happy with that. It looks like on this side, Ghast was the one that kicked, so Mourn is going to go and move Ghast up a little bit. So I'm looking at, okay, is there a way I can pop Fear? Because Fear is going to be a problem on Ghast. So we're going to go with Salvo. He's going to get within 8. He is going to pop Fear. Or does he? I don't remember. Oh, it looks like he does. He pops Fear, takes a Swift Strike over to the side there, and then passes the ball over to Mainspring. Here comes, this looks like Brainpan and Memory. Sorry, this game was played a little while ago, so I'm trying to catch up here. He forgot to dodge Mourn up as well. So Brainpan and Memory just kind of moving into position there. It looks like this is going to be Mainspring kicking over to Spade. So Mainspring does launch control, kicks over to Spade, pocket another momentum, stay behind the line. Mainspring not going to play a major role there outside of the pass. And here's a nice play by Aaron. Moves Cosset into position to call Salvo over to her. So Salvo is one of Aaron's favorite targets because he knows Salvo has just so many solutions for getting at a ball, getting across the field. So it's a priority of his to keep Salvo out of this game. I'm not sure what's going on here. We may be doing a little thinking or whatnot. Looks like I'm going with Spade. Spade does not have a goal because I did not put 4 on her. Not smart. And I had her out on the wing. I was actually expecting her to receive the ball, but like I said, that was kind of messed up. So I'm thinking, okay, do I have it? I don't have a goal here. So, do I have a goal up the middle? No, I do not have a goal up the middle. So we measured this out a couple of times. It's just not going to be a thing. So that's okay. Let's go ahead and I think I'm going to end up sprinting. Yep, sprint to the middle there. I'm going to move Ghast into Salvo. Not sure why I would do such a thing. and then pass over to Colossus and dodge Colossus up. So you can see I just freed up a lane with Colossus. That's all I really did, and put gas into a crowd out. And here comes Vet Graves. Going to go start the work on Salvo here. So doing some knockdown. I believe knockdown They Ain't Tough is where he opens. And some double push into the scrum there. So not bad. We're going to go in with, looks like Colossus, and he's got to watch out for that 1 inch there on memory, which not the worst thing in the world, but he did. I think he left the ball. No, he has the ball. I'm just lazy. I don't do things. So, anyways, looks like we're gonna roll this charge here. Aaron's deciding whether he wanted to defensive counter. We're figuring out who's in what, because it's a big old scrummy mess there. We knew this was going to happen. We don't know if we're going to save Salvo, but that's like the typical trap, right? Just pull Salvo out of the play and start beating up on him. But Colossus is going to get in there, kind of work some mess, put singled out on Gast, knock him down, do some hurtage on him. And looks like Gast is going this time. He's doing a lot of work here on Colossus, and he manages to get his unmasking, which is nice. Thinking about taking it, and that's nice because that does actually get Spade out of the play, and he just gets to continue on with the scrum there. Does a bunch of damage to his own guys, unfortunately. But, you know, he's got like serious Rhapsody there with Gast. That's the one downside to the whole the huddle muddle play. Doing some more work on Salvo there. Salvo's almost out. And I believe Nomad is the one with the ball right now. So Gas did his thing. Nomad is just going to scoot around the corner here. I think he's going to take a couple of swings there at Gas while he has 2-inch melee. Gas is figuring out if he wants to take a counter. He's not entirely sure if he wants to. Yeah, we're just shaking off some rust with this team. So it looks like I do end up getting the I don't know if that's a push dodge or that looked like a 2-inch dodge, and I don't recall. I guess Nomad has that somewhere on his playbook. But it looks like he is able to get that, score a goal, and slide. He slides a little bit closer into the ball there, and we're playing for next turn. It looks like we slide Gast up and further into the scrum there, and oh, we're still not done yet. We're throwing the ball back in. So like I said, this game gets very, very scrummy. It's one issue I've been having with the Engineers is, yes, they're a super solid team, but I tend to get them locked into scrums, and then, you know, with the exception of Spade, it can be very difficult to get them out of the scrum once they get in. So looks like the ball's going to kick in there, and it's going to go pretty wide. And Aaron's going to snap it up with the bird and then drop it off to Vet Graves. And now we're at turn. So we're going to play cards here. And it looks like I'm going to have initiative here, I think. Or not. No, it looks like it looks like I am going to have initiative here. So I'm allocating first. Vet Graves with the ball is kind of a problem. Salvo's in trouble. He's just about dead. And Aaron likes to keep the ball on Vet Graves, especially while I don't have a very good answer to taking the ball from him. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the engineers are very good. They get into scrums, and that's like been one of my problems is, okay, how do I manage the scrum once they get in? I feel like Rivet needs to be doing more when this kind of thing happens, but we'll see how this goes. So Colossus is going to walk over. He's just going to walk around in gas territory there and pop one on Vet Graves. And we're going to see if he can get through 3-2, it looks like, on 5 dice. 3-2 on 5 dice, looking for 2 results. Counter is declared. I do get the knockdown, it looks like. Ball is going to scatter away from me. There's another issue I have with engineers is usually don't get good scatters, even with tether and all those other cool things that Engies have. My luck tends to keep the ball just out of the way of things where they could be good. So it looks like Vet Graves is going. At least that's the card that's up right now. And I think Vet Graves is going to make some short work of Salvo here. And yeah, you should be done for. 3 influence. There we go. Gets him on the board for 2, and a lot of good momentum there. So that's okay. I mean, Salvo died and didn't really get to do much. The one thing I would say is he did at least soak up a lot of attention there and kept them busy for a while here. Okay, so it looks like Rivet is gonna go in. I think she just hard bought the charge on Gast, paying for fear. Gast is thinking about a counter, I believe. So Rivet is gonna do, looks like a push there. And I believe there was a counter. Maybe there wasn't. So there's just a lot of thinking because we're shaking off the rust here. And I'm not sure. Looks like we're trying to figure out if somebody can get there between Rivet and Gast. And it looks like Mourn is going to walk around. So Mourn is out there, and she's going to legendary on Spade and force Spade to move directly towards her. So it's a little pinned move there on Spade to prevent Spade from just going out on the wing and getting the ball. The ball is actually below the screen at this point, because that would have been super deadly. If he hadn't done that, then yeah, Spade goes and gets the ball, and then there's another potential goal about to happen there. So I don't have, with Gast basically in our face mucking it up, I don't have the best targets, but I'll take it. Like I'll go into Gast here, and I'll do some momentous damage to him. I can't tell if he buys a counter. Like he flips through his through momentum there, and he's like calculating whether or not it's worth doing a counter. So I don't know if that happens or not. Like we touch the momentum, but we don't know if we are going to buy it. So, anyways, I don't even know. It's very hard to say. Like I don't even know what's going on there. It looks like Vet Graves is going to go. So Nomad looks like, I don't think he did a whole lot. Probably just a couple of attacks for some momentum. Vet Graves is going to go in. He's going to do a little damage there, I think, to Nomad. I think he's attacking Nomad. And he's going to push Nomad out. And so I'm going to go with Spade. I'm going to... and, you know, Mourn being out of position is kind of bad. Now, I thought about this. I could have actually pushed Mourn towards the ball so that I would also have to go directly towards the ball. But that's okay. I'm just going to skip past her. And it looks like I am going to put in some more work on Gast here, because Gast is very low at this point. If I could roll the dice. Oh, it looks like I take out Gast. I must be rolling. Oh, I'm rolling the dice on the tray off screen. That's why. Okay, so Spade does an interesting thing. Yeah, okay. She has to go go towards Mourn. She decides, well, let's go get that Gast takeout. And that's a big part of like the meat there for the Morticians is getting Gast out. That said, though, he did his job. He took out Salvo. He's eaten up all kinds of influence on our side, and he's prevented us from a second goal. Looks like Cosset's going to go into Spade there. And try to do some work there on Spade. And it looks like, I think Mourn has the ball. Wow. Aaron's dice on fire, it looks like. Yeah, not too shabby. Doing some work here on Spade. And then back to the shadows. Off to the side. Spade in trouble, obviously. Brain Pan cannot get to where he wants to get. With the ball on the side there. Oh, it looks like, yeah, with the ball all the way down there, Brain Pan cannot get the I'm open. So Brain Pan is going to charge Rivet, which is not bad. I mean, he didn't have much other options there, and he's going to scoot around Rivet, it looks like. But yeah, at least the dice are rolling pretty well. Big stacks of momentum here. There's no way I'm getting turned. But I'm doing okay. Gast is out of the play. Salvo is never really out of the game because he's just so fast. It's not that big a deal. The ball is off to the side of the board with Cossette, and we'll see what happens. Gast is coming in there on the bottom of the screen. So we'll see if there is there's a potential Brain Pan memory goal here. Just so we can see where Brain Pan is, and memory is like right at striking position. So if that is the first activation, then we could be looking at a goal. On this side, if he does goal and if it's that early, that's kind of bad because then I can snap back. But it gets him on the board, and maybe we get a bad scatter or whatever. So here comes Cossette charging back into Spade there. Gonna try to put an end to Spade. Again, pretty nice there. I think so Spade is out. And that was a big chunk of the turn gone. for Spade, but I think I played the card where Spade couldn't just come right back in. So Spade did that. She just went right back in. And I'm not sure what we're... I think Cossette is now passing the ball over to Mourn. So Mourn now has the ball. Cossette comes in, and looks like she's going to do a little bit of work there on Colossus. I think she ends up doing Screeching Banshee just to turn Colossus into a punching bag this turn. So not too shabby, right? And the ball is firmly nestled in the problem area there with Mourn. I'm going to go with Rivet. And Rivet is, I believe, just going to go immediately into Mourn. Looking for a counter. Not going to take the counter because of the 3-2, I think. So Rivet's going to tackle the ball. And I believe all she effectively does is tackle the ball, and then I think she's going to pass it up to Nomad. Oops. Got a little huck and chuck there. Pushed Mourn out of her melee range. And I believe... I'm not sure why it seems like we're going slower than usual. I think, well, we are, because we're thinking about stuff. Okay. Pass the ball to Nomad. Put Nomad out in space like that to threaten goal. And I'm like, so here's the problem. I should have, I should have bounced him. Actually, believe it or not, I should have bounced him a little bit back towards me. And that would have allowed him to have a little bit of coverage from what's about to happen next. So it looks like Vet Graves is going to go knock down Rivet, because I should have done heroic here if I was going to be in the middle there. That would have really neutralized Vet Graves, and that would have locked up a goal for me. So anyways, I would just have to buy an extra activation. Not that big a deal, because now with her knocked down out of the way, he can go into Nomad there. And with close control, this is a problem, right? So he takes the ball, and I believe he can knock down Nomad as well. Now, I did have unpredictable movement, but it wouldn't have mattered because V Graves is at 2-inch melee, so it's not that big a deal. All right, I'm just going to go with Cricket. Cricket's going to go up there. Looks like Brain Pan has his goal locked up, so he's gonna go ahead, I believe, and he's gonna do the I'm open move. So he's able to get the ball, kick it over to the Puppet, and Puppet's gonna slide up and take a goal, it looks like. And here's the Puppet goal. There we go. Mortician's up 8-6 now. Nice goal there by the Puppet. I'm going to put the ball on this side of the board. That way Spade has a high likelihood to get at this ball. So it looks like I go there with Nomad, snap up the ball, and then I looks like I'm able to pass the ball over to Spade and dodge Spade in. So still looking at a potential late goal here with my team. We'll see if I've got it. Some more work going into Colossus here. And Mourn's looking to try to get gassed back into the play somehow. Colossus is going to go, and he's going to put in some work on Cossette there. So this is interesting. I don't have the best goal because, well, it's not the best idea to goal right now because there's still a little bit of potential for a snapback. But Colossus is just doing some work on Cossette there. And he doesn't spike as hard as I wished he would, but you know, it's okay. It's work. I thought maybe he could have had her dead or mostly dead. The issue is I don't really have the best way of getting Nomad over there to finish her. So Spade is going to go. And she is going to go past Cossette. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. Because I'm trying to get into Cossette, but I don't want to be within threat range of Gast. So I'll go ahead and do that. And this is weird. I'm just using Spade to do like takeouts and stuff. But they're opportunistic, right? It's, you know, Spade gets the attack bonus from Rivet. And she does have 2 at the top of her playbook, which is very short. So this is not the worst idea in the world. Was hoping for a spike here, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen. Oh, it does happen. Okay. So managed to take out Cossette there, tying the game at 8. Nowhere really to kick the ball. So I am just going to warp myself over to the corner there. And this becomes a problem for the Morticians now, because this is going to be a momentum race. We're both at 8. Spade has the ball, obviously. So with us both being at 8, Spade having the ball, Gast is going to go over there and try to lock down Spade. So at this point, we're just going to use whatever influence we have left to try to win this momentum race. So this is a big deal. Nomad is going to go, looks like he is, he wants to go into Vet Graves, but that 3-2 with the potential knockdown and Nomad not having a knockdown is a problem. Oh, it looks like I screwed up because I kicked Spade unsnapped the ball and Mourn dodged back to get the ball. So this is a problem. So it looks like Nomad is going to come back around and he is going to, I think he just comes back in just to get a little bit more momentum to tie up the momentum race. So we're thinking about what we want to do here. A slight tell here by Aaron. It looks like he put his card down there knowing he has a 7 in hand, and I'm not sure he has a 7. So, but I've got to tie things up. So it looks like Salvo's going to go up and do something, I hope. Try to get some momentum. But it looks like we are tied on momentum. We both play 7s, obviously, so we both have a 7. It comes down to dice, and I win the die roll. That's how close this game is. It could have gone either way. It looked like, you know, Mourn had an easy, or had a goal potentially, or Brain Pan could have done an I'm open there. But I end up winning here, and so I'm going with Spade, obviously, who is just going to do, this is basically just like a PvE goal. Aaron's figuring out how to dodge me to cause the most problems. This is a minor. So Spade she's just going to correct for this. So this is a rough spot for Aaron to be in. Again, it's a super, super close game, but because it's Spade, and he's going to put Cossette there to guard the goal. Because it's Spade, though, we know what's coming, right? So Spade's going to go and just place herself safely out of Gast. Get right with where Mourn is. Tackle the ball. And then she is going to, I believe she just walks up and then pushes Cossette out of the way and kicks a goal. that's as easy as you can get. But I mean, it did come down to initiative. Very good game. Want to thank everyone for watching, and we will catch you guys on the next one.